What is up, Coaster Conquerors? It is me, Austin, and today I'm really excited because this is my first ever visit to Universal's Epic Universe, their brand new theme park. And I'm actually getting a pass holder preview of this park because today is May 4th and the park officially opens on May 22nd. So this is like really exciting because I've been looking forward to this park for years. Based on what I've heard and what I've seen, like it looks like just an absolutely incredible park. I'm most looking forward to Stardust Racers because I've heard excellent things about that coaster. I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the rides here. I've heard the theming is amazing, the rides are amazing. The only thing is it is raining now, so I guess I'm having a bit of a weird introduction to the park because it is in the rain, but hopefully the rain, I can actually feel the rain like slowing down now, so hopefully it should stop fairly soon. So yeah, let's get it. Oh yeah, there's the park entrance. I love the park entrance here, the way they've got it going. Yeah, this is so awesome. All right, I'm officially entering the park, going through the portal now. Let's go.
Wait to the coast.
Oh, and there it is right there. Stardust Racers. Let's go. That's awesome. Is it dueling right now? Hopefully. Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait for this ride. Alright, I'm now getting in line for Stardust Racers. Let's go. Finally got the dueling going. Okay guys, I just got my first ride of the day on Stardust Racers. This is my first coaster credit that I guess is built in 2025. Oh my goodness guys, this is such a good coaster. I rode the green side, which I heard was the better side, and I think most people got the memo because it was a little longer of a wait than the yellow side. And I don't even know what to say about this. I don't even know where I like rank this or anything. It's just awesome. Oh my gosh. Like there's one part where it's like the trains like flip, like the green one flips first and then like the yellow track flips second. They like both flip above each other. And that's like such a like cool element. Easter. There is, yeah, thanks for reminding me. There's a little Easter egg on the back of the trains, you know? Pays a little homage to a certain movie I really like, Back to the Future. They've got a flux capacitor on the back of the train, so you already know what this is running on. This is running on some plutonium, 1.21 gigawatts of power. Oh, I didn't even realize there's a coaster has a sign right here. But, oh my goodness, that was such a fun ride. I've heard people say this is better than Velocicoaster. It might be, I'm not sure. They're both like really good, but it's just so good. Over there's Dark Universe. They might be going over there next, so that'll be exciting. All right, now we're going to Dark Universe here, which is like where all the monsters and stuff are. I love this portal. I love the way they did this portal with like, you know, all the like twisting like tree and, you know, like how it looks all spooky and everything. Oh yeah, and going through the portal, you got the portal animation here. See what this looks like. First impression walking in. Yep. We're right in spooky monster land right here. By the way, something I forgot to mention about Stardust Racers that I really liked about it is that there is so many good airtime moments, especially in the back. So, because I forgot to mention, I rode in the back car. I rode in row 9. There's 10 rows. The airtime, especially in the first half, was really good. Like, I was really flying out of my seat during a lot of those hills and in those moments. What do you think of the ride?
Well, I thought what makes it so unique is you're just constantly racing against the other cart, the other train, and it's just awesome. You're just looking at other people's faces and they're just seeing the joy, but it's just like controlled chaos. It's just constantly, you're zipping and rolling and tumbling all around, and you just have this other train just constantly around you. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's, shall I say it's epic?
Sure is. All right, now I'm about to ride Monsters Unchained. Looking forward to this. I think it's a dark ride, so this should be fun. Oh, there's the nervous system. Looking a little nervous. So interesting.
What you've done. But you will see. There's nothing to fear. Show them. These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing. Better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Calm yourself! That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I will destroy you when you're
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors!
Alright y'all, I just rode Monsters Unchained here, and this is such an awesome ride, I'm not gonna lie. It's so fun and it's so freaky because, you know, it's like horror themed. It's the same ride system as Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, but in my opinion, it is even more thrilling, like with the way it, I like the angles it constantly has you as, and it will like, when it like moves around, it will be really thrilling. And it was like so high quality, like in comparison to Forbidden Journey, because it's like so much more up to date. It was just a wild ride. Like that was awesome. What did you think of it?
You know, just as an old school horror fan, You got to see all the old school monsters. I mean, everybody was in this thing. It was just,
yeah,
you got to see it to believe it.
Right, you had like Frankenstein, Dracula, like the Mummy, like all these different ones. Yeah, that's right. All right, time to ride Curse of the Werewolf, which apparently has a single rider line, but it's close. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna be waiting that. So yeah, I'm excited for this coaster because I hear the spinning on this. I think the spinning on this is like crazy. So I'm like really looking forward to this ride right here. All right, y'all, I forgot to make this while I was still in Dark Universe. I rode Curse of the Werewolf spinning coaster. That was a lot of fun. It's kind of a short coaster, but it was a lot of fun. Like the spinning was really fun. After like the swing launch, it like really picked up the pace. The spinning was really fun. It was like, it was supposed to be like you're being chased by the werewolf. All the rides I've ridden so far are just awesome. Like I'm loving this park so far. This is amazing. I think I'm gonna check out this carousel now. I know it's just a little carousel experience. Still looks like a cool carousel experience for sure. Just rode the carousel, nothing crazy because it's just a little carousel ride. It's very tame ride. But you know, I think sometimes it's nice, even as a thrill seeker, you know, instead of just trying to hit all of the thrill rides all at once with no breaks, like it's nice to take a little break and do like a more tame ride like this. Like it was very relaxing, if you will. So I think now, hopefully what I'm really wanting to do now is the How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. And I've heard the family coaster there, Hiccup Swing Gliders, is good. So hopefully I can get to that, and I'm really looking forward to that. All right, here's the portal right here. About to go into this. Ooh, this looks so cool. I can already see it. Teleporting to the Isle of Berk. Oh my gosh, this is so like immersive right here, this theming and everything. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, we are right in the middle of it. This is pretty awesome. Fun.
When you get soaking wet.
Yeah, I think that's the water ride. All right, now I'm about to ride. Hopefully it's open. Oh yeah, it is. Hiccup Swing Gliders. Really looking forward to this launched family coaster right here. All right, y'all, I just rode Hiccup Swing Gliders, and this was a fun family coaster, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a lot of fun. I rode in the very back row, so I could really like feel that speed on like all of the drops every time the ride went through like a little dip. Like it was a lot of fun. I love the theming of the ride too. I love how it goes over the water and even like dives into the water. That just makes it like so much more fun, in my opinion. There's like a tiny bit of rattle, but like I'm being really nitpicky here, to be honest. Like it was still a great ride. What'd you think of it, Dad?
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. Actually, it was a couple of G-Force moments too. So
yeah,
super cool family coaster. But that's one of my favorites.
There definitely was. It did like pick up the pace at some parts. Like it was a little surprising. All right, now I'm in line for the, I think it was like Rally Racer, or I forget exactly the name, but it's the one where it like spins and goes up in the air. The flat ride here. It looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like it goes pretty high up. So I'm looking forward to this one. Just rode the flat ride here. I'm forgetting the name of it. Dragon Racers Rally. That was a fun ride. It was just very short, but I love how like you could control the steering. So like I was like banking all over the place as it was like doing its loop, and that thing goes like pretty high in the air. So that was a lot of fun. What'd you think of the ride?
I liked it. I wanted to spin myself. I was close. I was this close.
Yeah, I wish you could like do inversions on that, because the ride, like the video before, it says like you can control your inversions, but I don't think you can actually like do a barrel roll or anything. That would be crazy if you could though. Alright, now I think I'm gonna head to the Wizarding World area. Unfortunately, my family and I, we've had a lot of struggle trying to get a virtual line reservation for the Ministry of Magic, which we've all heard great things about, and we've heard the queue is absolutely amazing. We tried at 11 a.m., we tried at 3 p.m. So far we haven't gotten anything. Hopefully there'll be a virtual queue at 6 p.m. and we might have to play a little more strategic this time, but hopefully we can get one, because like we're all really wanting to ride that ride. If not though, I mean, at least we've got all these other great experiences today so far. Now about to enter the Wizarding World area. This one's unique because unlike the other parks, this one takes place in Paris, France, whereas the other ones take place in England, or at least in the UK. So here we are. As you can see, it's a map of Paris. I think it's like based on like Fantastic Beasts Metro. Yeah, basically in Paris, France right now. And alas, we are in the Wizarding World, at least in some point of time. This is really cool. At this little darker area over here. So we can actually walk through the queue of the attraction without riding it, like even if it's not, the virtual queue is not available, we're still able to walk through. And I've heard great things about this queue, so that's gonna be awesome. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, here it is. This is legit. Oh, wow. This is what I've heard all about. Now this is massive. This is huge.
This is in the new Harry Potter ride.
That's my least favorite Harry Potter character, by the way. Just letting y'all know. That was definitely a really cool queue, at least like what we saw so far of it. It's getting pretty close to the next virtual queue like time. Like I think it's 5:40 something right now, and the next one's at 6. So I'm hoping this time we have one final shot of getting the virtual queue. So I'm really hoping this time works, because I really want to get on this ride, and so do my parents, because I mean we've heard nothing but great things about it. All right, there's some good news and bad news with this. So good news, I managed to get a virtual queue return time. My return time is 8:30 to 9. Currently it's like 6 something, but unfortunately, bad news, my parents were not able to get it, and they're only going to be able to accommodate one other person. There's 3 of us, so I don't know how this is gonna play out really. At least one of us is gonna get to ride it, but we'll see how this goes. All right, now I'm going to be visiting the Super Nintendo World part of the park. If you've seen on my channel a couple years ago, back in 2023, I actually got to visit the Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood. However, I'd say my impression was a bit different, because for one thing, this park has 2 more rides in the Super Nintendo World area than Universal Studios Hollywood had at the time that I visited. Like I only got to ride the Mario Kart one, and they have Mario Kart here, but they also have the Yoshi ride, and they have the Donkey Kong Mine Kart Madness. And then another thing is, if you saw that vlog, it was raining all day. I believe that's a little unusual for like Southern California. Usually they don't get much rain, but we just so happened to come at the one time that it just rained a bunch. So it was very rainy like the whole time I was at Universal Studios Hollywood and while I was in Super Nintendo World. However, as you can tell, it's definitely cleared up. When we first got here it was rainy, but it's definitely cleared up, blue skies and everything. So I'll get to really see Super Nintendo World in its full color, and it'll be a nice impression for sure. All right, coming up on, I believe this is the one land I haven't visited that I'm finally visiting, is Super Nintendo World. They've already got some stuff outside, like they got the coins on a fountain. I hear this is a really cool entrance to this area, so let's go. And as I anticipated, it is a green pipe. We are taking one of Mario's pipes up to Super Nintendo World. This is really cool. I think this is how it was in Hollywood, but I think it's even cooler because it's through a portal. Alright, going through what looks like the castle. Oh, this is like Super Mario 64 with like the paintings and stuff. Yeah, you know how like Mario goes through the paintings and stuff. And here it is. Oh, and it's nice and sunny and bright out. Let's go. We are right in the thick of it here at Super Nintendo World. This is so cool. I think I'm gonna ride Yoshi's Adventure because that's a much more realistic queue time here. So colorful. It reminds me of the Nintendo 64 game Yoshi's Story, which I've played some of. That's a very, you know, colorful, cutesy little game. So yeah, very much reminds me of that. I just rode Yoshi's Adventure, and like the queue was, I feel like it was pretty reminiscent of Yoshi's Story. It even included one of like the songs from it, like the title song, I guess. But then it was also, oh yeah, there's a little step here. There were also like aspects of like the video games here. Like yeah, this is straight out of Yoshi's Story right here. Very chill ride. It's a very like, you know, very slow. We got some good views of the Super Nintendo World, which I appreciate. But otherwise, like, don't expect anything thrilling at all. It's like much more relaxing for sure. And I think it's a lot more child oriented, but if you just want to relax, then yeah, there's that. Looks like they have a kind of a separation, a little separate entrance here within Super Nintendo World for Donkey Kong Country, because everything else is Super Mario. And then Donkey Kong's kind of got his own like little mini section based on like the Donkey Kong Country games. Yeah, this is cool. They've got like a whole like temple looking thing. Very ancient looking. Oh, there's a coaster. Yeah. Looks like it's flying off the track. Honestly, wild. I think I'm gonna hold off on riding Donkey Kong Minecart Madness. I think that's what it's called. Because it is a very long wait. It's 105 minutes, and right now it's like 6:30. So I'm worried it's gonna eat too much into my time. I want to ride the other side of Stardust Racers for a night ride later, and obviously we got the Ministry of Magic ride, so the Battle at the Ministry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one of two things. For one, I'm actually planning another visit later this month. It will be shortly after the park's official opening, so maybe I'll try to prioritize Donkey Kong Minecart Madness next time I come here. Or potentially, if I ride the Battle at the Ministry in time, and if I'm able to get back to Super Nintendo World in time tonight, then there's a chance I might be able to get in line right before park closing and potentially ride this ride, although it would keep me here a lot later, and I definitely have to hightail boogie over here, that's for sure. But I do really want to ride it at some point. I mean, it definitely looks like a fun ride, but the queue time has just been very long all day, and at this point it would cut too far into the rest of the day that I currently have. This is a really cool gift shop, I'm not gonna lie. I really like this gift shop here. All sorts of Nintendo stuff, plushies with like Yoshis and Toads, t-shirts, everything. Just cool design. All right, now I am at the Toadstool Cafe. This is something I didn't get to do at Universal Studios Hollywood, and now I think I'm gonna end up eating here for dinner. This is really cool. Got a big dining area. Oh, the Toad toadstools and toads and everything. This is really cool. All right, we've got our food right here. We've got 2 Mario burgers. That one's more decorated though. And we got the spaghetti and meatballs here, which got the little like fireflower plant. We got the question mark food here, the like power-up block. So yeah, this is really cool stuff here. All right, I just stayed at Toadstool Cafe, which was an experience I missed out on at Universal Studios Hollywood. I believe when I went there a couple years ago, it was like reservations only. This is literally just walk in, get a table, and mobile order. And like it worked out great. I thought it was good. It was really cool on the inside. I got a Mario burger, and normally I'm a pretty picky eater. However, I decided to just try the burger with the mushrooms. And I find that I actually like, you know, the mushroom burger. I feel like mushrooms are a pretty meaty food in a way, even though they're obviously not meat. So I feel like it added to the burger, like it made sense. And there was bacon on it, which that always makes it good. All right, taking the green pipe back to Celestial Park, back to the rest of Epic Universe. So yeah, this is cool. I love how they do the green pipes for the Super Mario World, or the Super Nintendo World. Alright y'all, now I'm gonna try to get a ride on the yellow side of Stardust Racers. So that will be a second credit, or that will be another coaster credit for me right here. This is the green side, but yeah, this yellow side I have not done yet. I hear it's got like a really cool view on like the barrel roll part. I forget what that's called, Zero G roll, I forget. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the other side stacks up. Just rode the yellow side, which I believe is called Photon, and I was definitely a lot more towards the front of the train. I was in the 3rd row, so that's the second car, and this was still really good, but I especially liked the visuals of this coaster. Like I feel like it was more evident, like with the interactions with the train. Like I feel like the visuals of that were almost cooler on this one, I feel like. But like, I don't know, like they say like the green side's better. I feel like they're both like very similar. It's almost like too close to compare. They're both awesome in my opinion. Like this is such a fun coaster. Also, I don't know if I brought this up earlier, but something to note about this ride, just to kind of maybe be prepared for it, is on the first launch, it doesn't just feel like one smooth launch. At first it like launches, it boosts, but then it kind of just stays at that speed, and then it boosts again like mid-launch. Like it's almost a little trippy, but it's like, it's a pretty cool element, but like it can kind of catch you off guard. But I was prepared for that this time because I'd ridden it last time, and that's how it was. Dad, what'd you think of the yellow side of Stardust Racers?
I thought visually it was like a cooler ride, especially at the end. The roller coasters just like jumping over each other, boom, 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 boom. Plus, I think we won, so boom.
Yeah, I think so. I think the yellow train gets the finish sooner. Also, there's a couple of near misses, like especially one of them, like it looks like there's a little clearance between like the track and like the support beam and track above it, like almost reminding me of like Fury 325's near miss, like with like how the clearance felt. So yeah, it's like at points like you want to put your hands up, but like it looks like with the near misses, it's like, ooh, I don't know. So yeah, that both sides of that coaster are awesome. All right, now I'm going back to Dark Universe. I know it's not like fully dark outside yet, but I don't think we'll have much time in the park when it will be like really dark out. It's really just like kind of golden hour right now. Hopefully I can see some like how this part of the park gets especially spooky at night. of this ride. All right, I'm gonna get another ride on Monsters Unchained because the queue time has gone down drastically. So that's really cool. I'll get another experience on this really fun and freaky ride right here. Like, oh, this was a long line and now it's all walked through. This is awesome. Just rode Monsters Unchained a second time. I'm gonna be honest, this has gotta be one of my favorite rides in the park. It's certainly my favorite non-coaster ride, I'd say, because it's just so cool. Like, I even like the story. It's just a really cool ride. I love the way they did it. So now it's getting close to my return time, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the Wizarding World area, and that might be my last ride of the night for this park visit, which so far, I'm gonna be honest, so far, this park visit has been pretty surprisingly successful, because I was worried that there was gonna be too many crowds, that there was gonna be too much downtime and stuff, but I've hit a lot of rides, all things considered. I haven't hit everything, like I definitely haven't hit everything, but I've hit a lot of them. Like, I'd say possibly most of like the major ones, I think. So I'm looking forward to this. Probably one final ride of the night, unless I happen to have time for one more, but I'm not sure about that. All right, now that it's pretty dark on, we've got like all the lights on here, and I'm starting to see where this park like really shines here at night. So this is the little bit of nighttime we're gonna get. Like, this place looks so cool at night. Like, I'm gonna be, oh, and Stardust Racers has got like the lighting package, and it like shows the most at night. This place is just so cool, I'm gonna be honest. So cool looking, and just an amazing park overall. Look at this. The portals, I'd say, from what I'm seeing right here, these portals look so much cooler at night. Like, this is awesome. I wish it could be dark longer for this park visit, because like I feel like this park looks the coolest at night. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, back in good old Paris, France, right here. And this place looks really cool at night. Look at this. That's pretty awesome. All right, now I'm officially in line for Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. Let's do this.
Every generation must continue their own conscious to learn for themselves what is truly important.
Hippolyte apologizes for the mess that you see before him. Hippolyte will strive in the future to undo such horrible, rude, dirty messes before anyone has a chance to happen upon them.
All right, y'all, I just rode Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry, and that ride was so cool. So it's like the same, it's a similar ride system as like Tower of Terror at Disney's Hollywood Studios, but the ride experience is very different. it's more technologically advanced than a lot of the other Harry Potter attractions, which made it really cool. And I love the way it like went about like the Ministry. Like it was just such an awesome ride. I don't want to say too much about this ride because it's such like I feel like this type of ride shouldn't be spoiled too much, but it is just such an amazing ride in my opinion. All right, y'all, so the park's been closed for like an hour now because I was in line for Battle at the Ministry for a while because there was a lot of downtime on the ride. Like a 35-minute wait turned into like almost an hour and a half. Like it's pretty crazy. Now I'm gonna be leaving the park now. Overall, this park is incredible, no doubt. This might be the best destination theme park that I've been to, just all things considered. It's probably between this and Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. If we're not talking about regional parks, we're talking about like destination theme parks. And that was the original theme park. The rides here are all great. They're all really cool. Even if not all of them were like crazy thrilling, they still pack in a lot of fun. Like no matter what, the lands are so cool and so immersive. The park atmosphere is just great. I think it's good that I was able to come here early because I feel like the crowds here were pretty like normal for like a Universal visit if it wasn't like too crazy. Like there's still like decently lengthy queues, but nothing crazy. I'm a little concerned that my next visit later this month might be a little crazier because it'll have just officially opened to the full public. This place looks really like even cooler at night. Like I wish I could have experienced more of it at night. So I'm planning on visiting again. I might make another vlog. So even though I'm glad I rode like most of the rides, like I rode more rides than I was kind of anticipating, I'll definitely be wanting to ride whichever rides I didn't hit as best as I can during my next visit, which will be on the 25th. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to turn on post notifications to be notified of more theme park related content like this. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.